Can you hear me?
Hey, Andrew.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. How have things been since the last time I talked to you? It's been a minute.
I'm good. I had real complications with the ANA test.
Okay.
Yeah, like everything came up as a false positive.
Okay. I've not yet received your lab results.
Oh, if you go over the symptoms, I'll let you know which ones came back positive.
Okay. Well, um, I'd be really interested actually to read them, but give me one second here. I thank you for getting your labs done. That's more than what a lot of people do. So let me go ahead and get you pulled up here. Um,
Like in other words, like no, I didn't get the ANA test because my monocytes are fine. There's no reason for me to get an ANA test.
okay. So the reason why I wanted you to get an ANA test, beyond, and it's much more than just an ANA test, is that it can help me understand if there's still some autoimmune issues that are going on that are causing your behavior change. And so, I appreciate that you are interpreting these tests, but I'd really be really important for you to go and get them done. But I mean, if you choose not to, that is your choice.
I mean, yeah, I saw how excited you got when I said that something came back positive, but no, my monocytes have been fine for years.
Okay, I'm not really concerned about your monocytes, and that's something that I would see in a CBC. That is not something that I would necessarily see in an ANA,
Like,
right?
what in your mind's eye, what does an ANA test show?
So again, this is much more than an anti-nuclear antibody, right? This is this is an autoimmune panel to see if your cells are attacking your brain cells, right? Okay.
I've heard of things like that, which I mean, I'd say as a doctor that probably rate really low on the scale of test. Um, what about the? Here's what we'll do. I'll do the ANA test if you give me the organic acid test.
Yeah, so you know what? I took a look at the organic acid test and I don't know how to interpret that. And I talked to my boss about it, and that's not a test that we provide. And so, you know,
It doesn't
I,
matter if
I
you
understand
provide
if
it. All you have to do is write it, and I pay for it.
no negative, sir, because then if I prescribe it, then when the data come back, I have to do something with it, right? And if I don't know how to interpret this test, I won't know what to do with the data that I receive. So that is not a test that we're going to be able to prescribe for you. You would need to see what is called integrative psychiatry, somebody who does the kinds of things that organic acid tests do. That's the kind of psychiatrist you would need to speak to get a test like that done.
Well, to save time, I made you the offer for one test, and I even said I'd pay for it if Medicare doesn't cover it.
Okay, so I made you the offer. I'm just writing down what you're saying. Okay. So this is not something that has to do with bargaining. And I don't work in offers. Okay. I requested that you got a test. If you don't want to get that test done, that is your prerogative. I cannot make you do anything. But I'm also not going to order a test that I don't know how to interpret, because that would be unethical.
Well, let me think. I've heard of things like for instance, say my mind attacking my brain, which yeah, I've heard of it, but yeah, it's probably way down there on the list of psychological tests. Like most people say, like in the scale of things, like a neurologist would say, an organic acid test is like an 8 out of 10, where an ANA test is like a 3 out of 10.
I doubt that any neurologist would actually say that.
With my monocytes being already perfect for years and years and years, I'm gonna say yeah, three. I'm not gonna do it unless you do the ANA. I mean, sorry, the organic acid test.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's switch gears because talking about the tests are one thing, and you seem to be really, really stuck on these tests. Let's talk about the medications. Can we discuss those, please?
The medication is a fault for me because it makes me so tired I never recover the next day.
Okay, so are you still taking them?
Yes, and I'm like still recovering today from how tired I was yesterday. It doesn't suit me very well to a T.
Okay, so Chase, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to probably refer you to a psychiatrist over at a university. They might be more willing to offer you the tests that you need and might have better access to the medicines that
I
might
don't
make you
want to
feel better.
hear either name drop. I don't want to hear it. Like basically, what I'm gonna say is you're a bad Republican psychiatrist, and you could have Republican psychiatrist patients, and then you can all rip each other off all day long,
Okay,
like it's known
so
to
you're
happen.
calling me a bad. What are you calling me? A bad Republican
Every
psychiatrist?
time you get too many Republicans on a conference call, all they do is rip each other off.
Oh, I didn't know I was Republican. Thank you for letting me know about my political affiliation, sir. Um, so I can see that you're upset with me because I won't order this test. Chase, is there anything else that I can do for you today?
The organic acid test, I would do like I like fruitfully accept your psychiatrist membership in my Medicaid plan. Like if you do the ANA and the organic acid test.
Sir, I'm not going to do the organic acid test, and I've already told you why I won't do it.
All right, I'm gonna have to hang up now.
Take care. Bye bye. Whenever you're ready.